Meanwhile, it's Election Day in Georgia. 18 people are running for the congressional seat in the state's 6th district. The National Democratic Party has thrown its weight behind a first-time candidate, 30-year-old Jon Ossoff. Now, he needs to reach a 50% threshold today in order to avoid a runoff. And now President Trump is targeting him with phone calls, and also on Twitter. The president took to Twitter this morning, writing, Democrat Jon Ossoff would be a disaster in Congress, very weak on crime and illegal immigration, bad for jobs, and wants higher taxes. Say no. He went on to say Republicans must get out today and vote in Georgia 6, force runoff and easy win. Dem Ossoff will raise your taxes, very bad on crime and Second Amendment. 2 tweets this morning alone dedicated to him. Let's bring in Daniel Strauss now. He's a campaign reporter for Politico, and he joins me now from Washington. So, the president very, very interested in this race. It's a special election. They call it a jungle primary because there's so many people involved. Are these attacks from the president an indication of just how important this race is for the Republicans?
Absolutely, and we saw this last week in the special election in Kansas, where Paul Ryan, President Trump, Senator Ted Cruz all blitzed at the last minute to help the Republican candidate there. This election is an even bigger priority for Republicans, partially because Ossoff has been able to raise over $8 million and has a lot of support from Hollywood stars who want him to win the special election and avoid a runoff.
So not only has he been able to raise a lot more money than any of the other people running in this race, he's also been able to make this referendum on Donald Trump. How was he able to do that?
I mean, it's just the fact that there's been so much attention on this race, and it's seen as a bellwether to Donald Trump's presidency. This district is usually a safe Republican district. The fact that Ossoff, a little-known 30-something, is running so competitively is an indicator, or something that Republicans worry could be seen as an indicator on Trump's presidency.
So what are you hearing? What's the likelihood of him actually reaching this 50% threshold?
So what we're hearing right now is that it's going to be close on reaching the threshold. Our sources have said that he might, it's conceivable that he comes up just short of the 50% threshold, and his team is already preparing for a runoff. But listen, it's hard to poll special elections. And in this case, because this election has gotten so much national attention, it's even more difficult to accurately gauge who's up and who's down right now.
So here's the thing about this district, though. President Trump won it by just under 2 points. I think it was maybe 1.5 points in November. So is this still considered a GOP stronghold district? I'm not quite sure. And if there is a runoff, is the expectation that Republicans can win as long as the field is not as crowded?
Right. So it's certainly easier for Republicans to win if the field is smaller. There are more than 11, or there are about 11 Republican candidates running for this seat against Ossoff, and if the entire party can coalesce around one single candidate, that makes winning this district a lot safer for them. As for the lean of the district, President Trump won it by only a few points, which is smaller than expected. But at the same time, Tom Price held this district before that, and even Democrats consider it a reliably red district.
Just out of curiosity, regardless of this, or not looking at this sort of outsized debate over this district, what are the issues in this district?
So right now, I mean, it's no coincidence that President Trump has focused a lot on crime and law and order in this. This is one of the popular trending topics of the district. The other thing has been jobs. The Georgia 6th Republican district has seen an exodus of white-collar jobs in the past few years, and that's something that Ossoff and his allies have tried to campaign on. These are not blue-collar jobs. These are middle-class technical jobs that usually a candidate would not want to see leave his district if he's campaigning there.
Right. Well, Politico's Daniel Strauss, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.